Hello, I'm Dr. Tom, and I'd like to welcome you to another Friday update for March the 26th, 2021. What a spectacular week we've had inside the world of gin. Today I would like to discuss with you two main topics. One is about live events, and the second is about website access for our member benefits. On the first session, I would like to talk to you about four aspects of our live events, things that are returning, things that are happening. Yes, live events are returning to the world of gin. First of all, I would like to remind you about our Successful Life experience, which will be April 27th to 30th in St. Augustine, Florida. I've talked with you about this particular program developed by Ed and Earlene, now being presented by Tom and Emily Ward and Earlene and Ed, and making guest appearances. This will be a spectacular invigoration of your life. It will actually help you to set you on a course for success, something that I enjoyed and Anna enjoyed and my mom and dad enjoyed decades ago. It will have lifelong benefits for you. Secondly, I'd like to remind you that we do have level 6 training will be returning in certain locations, and that will be happening very soon. Very soon. By the end of April, 1st of May, those items will be relayed to you via email for those of you who are eligible for you to be able to attend, so that obviously it keeps you in the progression to get to level 8. To make it to level 7, which is the only way you can be in level 8 live with Kevin, is to be a qualified level 7 senior officer. So that is coming your way in a live event setting. Number 3, Joshua Novey's retreat, which is in May, the 20th to the 23rd, I believe, in Michigan. It is sold out. However, we do have a wait list. Sometimes things happen for people. There is a wait list. Go on the website. Again, go on the website to register for the Successful Life experience. You'll be getting an email about the level 6 information that will be shared with you. Go on the website and get yourself on a waiting list if you'd like to attend Joshua's retreat coming up in May. Number 4, I would like to talk with you about our next major event. We continue to search and seek in the states of Florida and Texas. I will tell you it is more than likely going to be in one of those two areas. We are getting a number of requests for proposal back from them. It is a complex process to put on a major event because we do level 5 testing, we do level 6 training, we do level 7A and level 7B trainings, and then we have the main event, which is Friday night, Saturday, and Sunday. We have a Saturday night event. So all of those components have to be a very special fit for a number of people that we will anticipate, because the demand for people to get out and be in the world is growing. The demand for learning is growing. We are in a perfect place and a perfect time for another rebirth and another growth phase that's happening inside the world of gin. The second aspect of that I wanted to talk with you about today is about the website access. There will be another Financial Friday update coming from Lee Kinney. Once again, sharing financial tips and information to help you grow financially. If you're new to the club, maybe this is your first one, go back. They're all archived on the website. This is the point. Go to the website, gain your information from there. I will tell you and share with you that the virtual chapter meetings have been a game changer. You know, we always look for the good, and we look for the gold, and we find the positive lesson. And one of those lessons about the whole COVID lockdown, the whole change in the pandemic of the world, is that more and more people turn to virtual training, which we've been doing for over a decade in the world of gin. Well, I can assure you that what's happening with these virtual chapter meetings, and again, a shout out to each of you who do put those on. There are 11 of those each month that you have access to as a gin member. They're free to you. All you have to do is, again, go on the website, get registered. If you just simply get one nugget, a single nugget in any of those meetings, you will get more than that. But if you just got one, it is so worth your time, because this is a process. Gin is a life-changing process, and it takes steps, and it takes repetitive steps. And it takes continual learning on your part, which is why this club isn't for everyone, but it certainly is for those of us who choose to grow, for those of us who choose to better our lives in some way. And I'm proud and honored to be a part of that with you. I will share with you this week, we have a testimonial we have a short clip. It's actually less than 4 minutes, so please stay tuned. A short testimonial clip about one nugget, about learning about one quote or one takeaway, if you will, one aspect of training, whether you got that first aha moment in your Wish Is Your Command, or you got it in level 1, or maybe the huge process that changed your wiring of your brain didn't happen until level 2, makes no difference when it occurs, it allows you to look differently at every aspect of your life. So this week I'd like to share with you something that was shared with us from the French community. This is a gentleman, Sebastian Rosso, who is sharing with us one lesson that he learned, and I invite you to share, to watch, to hear, to listen, to feel his story. Joel?
Bonjour tout le monde, j'en profitais pour me présenter, j'ai pas fait ça au début de l'appel en fait, et Thomas l'a fait, donc moi je m'appelle Sébastien, je suis à Lyon, je suis Jean candidat niveau 5 et je suis en partenaire avec Thomas, ça fait maintenant 1 an qu'on développe Jean et qu'on s'appelle toutes les semaines 2 à 3 fois par semaine dans le but de passer prochainement au niveau 8 et bénéficier du level 8 avec Kevin Prudent. Et pour la citation, alors, merci de m'applaudir, c'est très agréable, j'adore. Pour la citation, merci Jean-Luc, encore. Donc du coup, pour la citation, j'en ai choisi une qui est dans les 14 audios ou dans le niveau 1, je ne me rappelle plus exactement. À chaque fois que j'entends cette citation, je suis transcendé. Il se passe des choses dans mon corps, dans mon esprit, j'ai l'impression que c'est la définition même de la victoire. La vie entière devrait être comme ça, elle devrait se résumer de moments comme ça. Et sans plus attendre, je vais vous la lire, vous allez voir que elle transporte. Vous avez tous entendu normalement si vous êtes sur cet appel. J'espère que ça va vous remémorer des sentiments comme je les vis à chaque fois. Je commence. 1779. Encerclé par les navires ennemis, John Paul Jones est au bord de l'anéantissement. Le commandant de l'HMS Serapis lui demande de se rendre. Jones répond alors avec panache et insolence. « Messieurs, je n'ai pas encore commencé à me battre. » Il a gagné. Imaginons tout ce que ça implique. Genre, on ne gagne pas une bataille seul, surtout quand on est commandant d'un navire. On la gagne grâce à son équipage. La certitude de John Paul Jones a contaminé son navire et insufflé vie et réussite à son équipage. Cette seule citation, à elle seule, transmet tellement de valeur, comme disait Chantal, à la fois leadership, confiance en soi, détermination, et j'en passe. On est en 1779, le navire est dématé, il y a des morts dans l'équipage, il y a beaucoup de blessés, et il ose avec insolence dire « Messieurs, je n'ai pas encore commencé à me battre » et il gagne. Et si on apprenait cette citation, et si on utilisait le scénario du « et si » à notre avantage? Et si nous étions John Paul Jones cette semaine, aujourd'hui, maintenant, dans une seule situation de notre vie, et si nous possédions ce panache, cette certitude qui fait la différence entre penser, croire et savoir, non pas que je peux réussir, mais que je vais réussir. Et si cette certitude dont a fait preuve John Paul Jones ne dépendait que de son désir brûlant de victoire? Et si on pouvait la reproduire maintenant, si ce désir brûlant pouvait être reproduit maintenant, et l'avoir pour cette opportunité qu'on n'a pas osé saisir, pour cette personne à qui on n'a jamais osé parler, pour ce choix que l'on n'ose pas faire, pour ce pas supplémentaire qu'on n'a jamais tenté, ou simplement pour ce rêve qu'on s'est fait voler. Et si j'avais été John Paul Jones dans le passé, je serais où maintenant? Et si j'étais John Paul Jones aujourd'hui, je serais où demain? Pourquoi ne pas être John Paul Jones maintenant, à cet instant où toi tu m'écoutes? Et si cette opportunité que tu as toujours cherchée était simplement là sous tes yeux, et que chaque matin tu la regardais, mais ne la voyais pas? Et si en réalité cette opportunité que tout le monde recherche, c'est toi? Car toi, sur cet appel Jean, John Paul Jones n'a qu'à bien se tenir, car tu n'en aurais fait qu'une bouchée. Et ça, je le sais. Maintenant, la seule chose qui manque, c'est que tu puisses t'en convaincre. Voilà, c'est ma citation.
Thank you, Sebastian, for sharing with us. It is my intention that you could see him, you could hear him, you could feel him, you could feel his passion. It was a special treat for us to watch something in French being subtitled in English, just to give those of you club members who we get most of our information in English how it feels to have something translated and to have that subtitled for you, so that there are so many ways in which we are progressing as a club and we're moving forward. So another shout out to the French team and the French growth that is happening as a result of those virtual chapter meetings. It is my intention now to share with you just a moment some of the nuggets, just some of the takeaways, some of the profound aha moments that he experienced, because it's my intention. Many of you are brand new to this club, and sometimes we don't know what to look for. When someone does a presentation like you just witnessed and just watched, it's to engage yourself, it's to listen intently on each and every word that he used, because it was spectacularly done. There were so many messages in there, like in the beginning where he said, I talk with a Gen member 2 or 3 times a week. You see, that's building that mastermind. It's building that relationship with another Gen member, which allows you to grow. And their goal was to get to level 8 free with Kevin Trudeau. You see, so again, it's about the system. It's about a plan. It's about having a sequence and series of events that you must study and go through in order to be eligible to reach a goal. That it was just a couple of statements, yet they have such deep meaning for what's happening inside your life, inside your brain. It's how there's a neurocircuitry that gets rewired, and you actually see things differently. You look at things differently. You listen to them differently. You feel them and absorb them into your being differently as a result of this training in the Success Mastery course. He mentioned that each time he listens to it, each time he hears this phrase, you see, in order for it to be each time, it means he's heard it multiple times, which means that he's spent time going back over and reviewing and listening to things. I have talked to people who have listened to Your Wish is Your Command hundreds of times, over 100 times. Some of you may think, well, that sounds strange. I thought I got it. Believe me, what they will tell you and what I will share with you is that every single time you hear it, you hear something new, because you're in a new unit of time. It's a new you. So another key point that he had, he relayed to you that things happened in his body and in his mind, and it creates a feeling. You see, this is the energetic resonance that we're talking about. There's so many spectacular gifts that he shared with you in this brief testimonial, less than 4 minutes. He talked about victory. He talked about victory like we talk about wins and celebrate those wins. You see, every victory is a victory and every win is a win, and even the small ones. I encourage you to celebrate even the small wins, the small accomplishments that you have in your life, because it sets you up for bigger ones. It sends out and you receive that exact frequency of winning. It's a very different feeling than losing. He referred to the statement, I believe that it was, all of life should be like this. And it will. It will, because even in the things that seem like defeat or seem like a setback or seem like a failure or seem like resistance, merely make you stronger. They merely make you understand and appreciate the wins, and there are lessons to be learned so that you don't repeat in getting in the same situation and circumstance that you were in that gave you that feeling. You begin to realize that things aren't good or bad, they just are. It's how you respond to them, it's how you feel about them, it's how you incorporate them into your body that make the difference. He talks about it, reminds him every time, again, In order to be reminded of something every time, it means there's more than one time. It's the repetition. It's the study. It's the learning. It's the incorporation. It's the action steps that you take to incorporate these aspects into your life that make it so important. John Paul Jones, when he was asked to surrender, his response was, "I've not yet begun to fight." You see, this can be a core tenet in your life. It doesn't always have to refer to a military battle. It's any time you bump up against resistance. It's any time that you feel like things haven't gone your way, or that you feel like it could be different. If you'll apply the energy of "I have not yet begun to fight. I have not yet begun to see clearly my desires. I've not yet begun to study more intently. I've not yet begun to perfect my relationships. I've not yet begun to work on my financial well-being," meaning that I'm going to continue with passion and intention and singleness of purpose, all great lessons. Thank you, Kevin, for putting those things together in the Success Mastery course. It has meant so much for so many people all over the world, people you will never meet. You've touched their lives. You've given them the opportunity to win and to feel that victory. He talked about not being alone, and I believe this is one of the most important aspects of Jen. You see, they won as a crew because he had instilled his passion into his crew so that they could win. This is exactly what happens in the world of Jen. It's we. It's a club. It's your brothers and sisters. It's your fellow brothers and sisters in this club who resonate on that same frequency and who are there for you. And you don't have to do it alone. You never have to be alone again because you're a part of an incredible club, the Global Information Network. You never have to be alone. That team residence led to certainty, which built leadership and built self-confidence and built determination in his crew and in his team. And that's what our intention is from our home office for you every week. Every week when we have our meetings, those are the intentions that we set. How can we make Jen a better club this week than it was last week? How can we progress to meet the growing needs of this club? And believe me, we speak about that regularly. He talked about thinking and believing and the difference in that and knowing. You'll know when that becomes part of your life. He talked about a burning desire and applying that burning desire to all aspects of your life to help you and to assist you in overcoming any resistance and any fears or concerns that you may have. And most importantly, he talked about taking action. Taking action is something that we ask of you regularly because those are the people that get things done. As a matter of fact, my request for you, my ask for you this week is for you to take action. I'm going to ask you to scroll back and watch Sebastian's testimonial, his conversation about John Paul Jones. Watch that again. It will take you 4 minutes. This action step only takes less than 4 minutes. Listen again. Listen with new ears. Watch with new eyes. Feel in this new unit of time. Feel in this new unit of time his passion for Jen, because it's there for all of us. I hope you have a spectacular week. I'm Dr. Tom.